Hello, my amazing artists. I hope everyone's doing great today. Before we get started, let's do our motto. All right, you ready? I make messes. I make mistakes. But deep down inside, I've got what it takes. I am an artist. Okay, boys and girls, what we are going to do today is we are going to finish our Mary Blair castles. Remember, we talked about Mary Blair last week, and Right, and you're going to color all the shapes first. Do not color the background yet. We're going to do something different in the background. Okay, boys and girls, now that I have it colored, do you see how nice and bright it is? I tried to use super bright colors. We're going to do the background now to make it really stand out. What I want you to do is, if you have watercolor paints, we're going to use watercolors. If you don't, you can do kind of the same thing with a black marker, okay? So I'm going to show you the watercolors first, and then we'll talk about how to do the marker. So for watercolors, you just get your brush wet, wake your black up, and you're going to paint the background black. We're going to do like a castle at night, okay? And you're going to paint the whole background black. Try to do your best not to get on top of that castle, because you spent a lot of time on that and we want it to look really good. All right. This is if you have watercolors or any other kind of black paint. I guess you could always use a black crayon if you don't have watercolors or you don't have markers. Okay, so if you're using watercolors, you're just gonna paint it black, just like I'm doing here. If you have a marker, you're gonna do like this. You're just going to scribble the background without touching the castle. You're just gonna scribble the background like this. You have to get in all the little crevices though. It doesn't have to be colored in. You're gonna see why in just a second. So you're just gonna scribble it, get enough ink all in these little spots. Then you're gonna take a brush, dip it in water, and you're gonna paint over that black marker, and you can see the black marker runs, and you can actually paint with the black marker. And then you're gonna wanna do the same thing. You're gonna wanna get all the white space covered. So put the water on the black marker and use that marker to paint all the white space, and it will cover it. You'll still be able to see the scribble marks, but that's okay. And you can finish like that. Did you know you could paint with a black marker? Isn't that cool? Or you can paint with any color markers. We're gonna do this more later on in the year, but I wanted to go ahead and show you now just in case you don't have watercolors at your house. All right, and when you're done, you will have a beautiful bright castle at night. Good job, boys and girls.